Let me get to this next topic. Until Wolf come back, there's another topic I want to get to. But why do y'all think that men prefer like other groups of other races of women?
We just had this
we
topic
got
on
so
our
much
podcast.
That's one of y'all topics. Yeah.
Yeah, we
So,
need to hear that from you guys.
Wait, what? Black men prefer
There's men
other
and
races
just men in
of
general.
Do they
men in
prefer-
general.
Well,
certain
see, with us
races.
it was, why is it that black men prefer either white girls or Spanish girls? That was the topic that
You think we prefer?
I think that's incorrect.
I think so.
I think
The way
men
that I
just
see
like
it,
what they like how women like what they like.
I prefer her.
No,
Niggas gonna get they gonna get the
I feel like guys really don't care.
So Spanish men don't do that.
I feel like Spanish men either tend to go with a white girl or the Spanish girl.
No.
No.
Around where we're at,
They-
that's what we
not the
see.
case.
Those Spanish, when I say they love black girls, they do,
Yeah, they do.
and that's a fact.
Spanish men.
I don't
From-
see that.
from
Do you
out
guys
here.
see that in Providence? Because we
Nah,
don't.
well, that's not standard from where we're from.
No, I
I
don't.
think they're ashamed to show it at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah, Rhode Island.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
see
know.
that.
I think it's some shaming and part of it. I don't see them publicly doing it, but I do feel like they are very attracted to black women.
Who?
I feel like they should
Spanish
be. Black
guys?
women are
Me
absolutely
too,
beautiful.
me
They're
too.
goddesses.
I believe the same thing.
You're welcome. I mean that. I mean that.
Mm-hmm. So and black men too. We ain't gonna just big up Spanish men like they just know. Black men love black women too.
So
like, you know what
why
I'm
is it that we
saying?
see that we hear about that a thing black men don't want to date black
Because
women.
it's easier for the media to paint black men as
As
this
the bad guy.
as the
Black
bad
Black
guy.
men marry
We get
black
that's
pointed
a
women.
myth.
They say,
So it's a myth.
who's stealing out here? Black men.
Oh
Who's
my
fucking
God.
out here? Black men.
Oh my
Who's
God.
cheating out here? Black men. It's just everything.
Like, black
we're the
men marry
fucking
black
poster
women
men.
at an 87% rate, but y'all want to focus so much
I
on the
never
other
knew that.
percent.
I
like,
never knew that.
because y'all probably see one celebrity and y'all see him with a white girl or a Spanish girl, and y'all try to paint that as all black. Most black men in America marry black women. Like, you know
That's
what I'm
a fact.
saying?
That's
Like,
beautiful.
Wait. So
I
why
never knew
are
that.
most black women single then?
that's a different conversation.
it
like,
just
you know what I'm
makes
saying?
no
Like,
That goes back to our
I
first
don't know.
topic about
Well,
complying to
well,
a man's needs.
Well, there's more women than men on the earth, period. You know what I mean? So there's more black women than black men. So, I mean, if you do the math, every black woman can't be in a relationship with a black man. You know what I mean?
So my thing is that I feel like we hear a lot that there's a standard that and I'm obviously not black, I'm Portuguese. But you hear it that black men are almost harder on black women in relationships. It seems like they treat them, I don't know, like difficultly, like more like I don't know.
I think that's false.
Yeah.
I think men in general require the same thing from no matter what woman they
Exactly.
date. You know what I mean? They want femininity, they want peace, they want love,
So
they want
social media
understanding.
just be lying.
I
because
know
that's
you know
not
what
how
it is.
they
Unfortunately,
paint it.
in our community specifically, black men don't get to control their own narratives, and a lot of times what y'all will hear where is black women speaking so negatively about
Right.
black men and
Right.
their experiences,
Right.
which may not even
But
be true.
even in movies, you see it.
Yeah, but
you
again,
see it
that's not black men controlling their own narratives. We're letting other people control our narratives.
That's
That's
somebody
not
that wrote the
necessarily
script.
true.
That's
yeah.
honestly shocking to me. I really thought that
There you go.
black men really dated either Spanish or white. I really thought that. 'Cause
No,
I've never really seen
Maybe in Rhode Island. As a black man, I never even dated a Hispanic or I never
Wow.
dated outside my race.
That's fire.
I
though.
think just in general, men look for the same qualities. Yeah,
I
men
love chocolate women.
Men
Black
look,
and berries
men
do
look
the
for the
juice.
same qualities in women, right? And it starts with feminine, fit, and friendly, right? If you have those core features as a woman, then you could attract any man of any ethnic group. But when
Wait.
you start to take away as a woman, when you start to not have those traits, those don't seem as desirable anymore. Like, you get what I'm saying? So
I'm sorry, can you say them again? You said feminine,
feminine,
fit.
fit, and friendly, right?
Okay.
So
the fit one is the one that really stuck out to
Okay.
me. What kind of fit? Because I feel like I see you look at my 300-pound life, and these big women are on there with husbands who
but
cater
that's
to them.
not the
That-
majority.
yeah.
That's not the
That's
majority.
what they
Again,
do.
we see one example and we think, okay, it's possible.
On
That must,
TV.
like, you know what I mean?
On
I'm just
TV.
talking about men of all ethnic groups value women that's in shape. You get what I'm saying? There's no what's considered shape. 300 pounds. Come on, we gotta be realistic. Like,
But-
you know what I'm saying?
But you
Like,
see
Yeah.
that, and
That's
they're
what
happy where you see more fit women where they're single. So why is
but
that?
then they might not have the femininity, or they might not be friendly. Like I
Exactly.
said, once you have those
Right,
great
yo,
qualities,
No, that femininity thing is tough though. We're
Why?
not because it's when I feel like the men this is
More
gonna they're
feminine
gonna
than
go
the
we're gonna
women.
get
They're gonna
outraged.
take off.
No?
I feel like we're not allowed to be too feminine anymore.
What's
because
your
we have to-
ethnicity?
I'm Dominican.
Dominican. Okay. All right.
Because we're picking up slack for men, so it's like I gotta be half guy and half girl.
What slack are you picking up for from your man.
For
From your-
example, because we got
Who do you mostly date? A Dominican man or black men?
black, but I'm with a Dominican right now.
Okay, all right, continue.
This the 9 year. This
How
the
is
9
that
year
going?
guy.
It's good.
This the 9 years guy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
So I just
So
feel
what's
like
like you picking up for him?
okay, so this is how it is. Like we get
Yeah.
videos where like it's just thousands of comments of men saying like, "Oh, well, we're not gonna do this and we're not gonna do that," but it's like women are going to work every day, paying half of the bills every day, doing, and then we gotta come back home and also do everything around the house. And so then that's when I get mad.
I don't
No, that's
think
where
one.
you leave. People stay.
Yeah.
in
No, I
relationships to be
understand that, but
unhappy.
in a lot of the situations, that's what women put up with. They also gotta pay half of the bills and come home, take care of kids, wash clothes, do it. You know what I'm saying? Do everything, and that's the reality of things.
That's not the reality.
It is. You know
it's
how
not-
much women comment
look.
saying that that's what they do?
No, and you know how many
Wow.
men like me who I watch my kids, I do my kids' homework, I cook more than my woman, I pay
No,
more
you guys
bills
are
than
unicorns.
No, it's not unicorns.
Yeah,
They're
you
out
guys
there.
are.
Again, we're letting
out
women-
there.
It's the woman that brings that out of the guy.
Well,
I'm not
and-
taking
and-
responsibility for that. Absolutely not.
If you was demanding that, he would do it.
He would do it. Because women stay in relationships that make them unhappy. So guys are like, I'm gonna do whatever. Start
That's
leaving.
So I have
Women
to
need
tell you to clean.
No, tell you
No.
to clean. Start leaving
leaving,
relationships.
right.
People are staying in stuff and being miserable when they can just leave because they want to be comforted by another person. You need comfort within yourself.
Mhm.
I just feel
When
like
you're,
if you don't tell a
comfort
man,
within
they're not gonna.
yourself,
They're
you're
not
gonna
gonna
go.
do it.
You're not gonna put
So
up with a
then
lot of
don't-
stuff.
Then let them not do it and you get the fuck
Oh,
out.
That's not
if
my
you
life.
already paying
Yeah.
half,
Trust
you could
me,
go pay
that's
half
not my
for the
life.
roommate.
But I'm just saying, a lot of women comment saying the same thing. It's not just. I mean, there's a lot of different situations with different women. A lot of them can't just go up and leave. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not that easy. Some women have kids. Some women it's just a lot of situations that you can't just say up and go. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
but-
saying? Like,
Excuses.
But,
That is excuses.
but a
because
woman-
you
It's not
was doing that
excuses.
before you
It's
had
not.
the kids and
Yeah.
you put up with
Excuses.
that. You got
A
the
woman-
kids and
a
dug
woman
not
that
yourself
has-
always.
a deeper hole.
Sometimes men change after kids.
But
We've seen
a
it.
woman that has kids, right, and she's working multiple jobs, and she's doing this, she's paying all the bills for her household, and she has kids.
Mhm.
She never uses, well, I'm working, I can't be a mother, I can't be a nurturing. Like she never would use that as an excuse. So I don't know why all of a
Mhm.
sudden now, because you work and because women have fought for equality, and now y'all work in the household, now we can't be feminine. Y'all don't have these excuses when y'all parents, when y'all single mothers. Y'all still go home and be very much nurturing and a mother to y'all children.
You gotta still
But
cook.
they're-
You still gotta
all
clean.
right, but those are children. We're talking about a
Adults, a
partner.
man.
It doesn't
partner.
matter. You're
It's a
capable of doing
partner.
it.
Raising that
Yeah, I'm
child to
capable
be an
of doing
adult,
it, but
though.
it's a
And that's what I'm
partner.
saying. It's just being an adult. Just like your job. Just I always say this: women can't. Women always talk about they can't be feminine or they can't be this, that, and the third. But when y'all
Unacceptable.
go to your employers, right? Y'all know exactly how to turn on that switch. Y'all don't never give y'all employer no attitude. Y'all don't give them your ass to kiss, no nothing. But if y'all feel the need to turn that switch off with your man and be able like, well,
You gotta put up with this
You
shit.
gotta put up with this shit. But when I don't go to work, I know not to talk to my employer like that. I'm
That's
very much
not true.
I'm very much in my femininity when I talk to my employer. There's there's no
absolutely not.
masculinity.
You're not gonna talk to me
I
There
don't
ain't
think
no
it's-
masculinity
I
coming
don't
out.
think it's femininity in the job. I think it's just a workplace.
You're not aggressive. You're not aggressive
I
and
am,
assertive
no.
with your
Yeah.
boss.
Oh,
Like,
for sure.
I sure the hell
Oh,
am.
I'm
for
sorry.
sure.
Yeah,
I'm
definitely not
also
I
very
swear to
direct.
God I am.
I'm very direct. I'm very professional, but I'm very direct. There's
Oh,
no
yeah.
reason for me to be disrespectful
Mhm.
or turn up to my employer,
Mhm.
but I'm going to convey the message that I need to
Yeah.
convey in a professional way that is going to make them take a step back. Like, oh, I can't speak to her like this, or
Mhm.
oh, I know to pull Sarah aside and have a conversation with her. I'm not going to have a conversation with her like this in front of all these people.
Mm.
That's unacceptable behavior, and that would happen if I was at work or with my man. Like if we're together, right, and you try to check me in front of all these people, we're gonna have a conversation right there about whoa, this isn't the time or the place to have this conversation. We should be speaking privately, you know.
Do you
So it's
think
like,
there's gender roles though? Like women should be at home cooking, cleaning, blah blah blah, and the guy should be bringing in the money.
I don't necessarily subscribe to gender roles, especially in the era that we are in now. Like we
Mhm.
have to adapt. Like relationships is
That's what
not in the 60s and like we have to adapt. You know what I mean? So I don't necessarily. I think men should be able to cook as well. You know what I mean? Take care of the children.
Mhm.
I think it should be more of a partnership. You get what I'm
That's
saying?
what
Like,
we're saying.
So
and
wait,
it's-
Absolutely.
so wait, you believe in going 50-50?
not in a. It doesn't necessarily have to be strictly finances. You know what I mean? But
I mean, with everything.
no, it should be. I actually believe in 100 and 100. You know what I'm
Amen.
saying? But it's a partnership. That's what a marriage is. A partnership,
Exactly.
right? You
Just
wouldn't
like a
go into no
business.
business, no opportunities with no business boy, and not go half with them. You or let them do most of the work, or you do most of the work. Like
Y'all
that.
getting paid the same shit.
Yeah, it
So
wouldn't
if
be-
you're the only one that has the jobs, what do you believe that your wife should do then?
Then that's different. If I'm the only one work, obviously there's a compromise. Like, but most women are working. Then most people can't afford their wives to be really at home anymore. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's all ethnic groups of men. We looked at the average what men make in America as an average is not enough to support a woman and kids just for her staying at home. So she might have to work. I'm not saying she got to do 80 hours or whatever the case is, but she might have to bring in some income to support our family. Like, you know what I mean?
That's right.
But this is what I talk about picking up the slack. You know what I mean? If you working and contributing to the bills, I should be able to come home and help with the kids. You know what I mean? Cook dinner sometimes. You know what I mean? It should be a compromise in all facets.
Well, you guys will literally be surprised at like.
I'm not surprised.
Thousands of the comments that we get. Like, you guys should be cooking, cleaning. Or if a guy said, yeah, but you guys have desk jobs. It's not the same.
But but my thing is, it's like, who told you to go get that physical job? Why don't you use your brain the same way? Why is it that it has to become an extra burden to me because you chose to do a physical job? That's not my fault.
I mean, in society, men really have to do these physical jobs.
They don't,
you know what I mean?
Because
women are not volunteering to do these physical jobs. You know what I mean?
That's still not my problem. I'm still paying half these bills and I'm still tired. You still get tired working an office job. Maybe not as tired as you, but you're still tired.
No, you're drained. I'm not saying you are drained. You are tired mentally.
And then for us to come home and do everything?
Well, like I said, he should see that and pick up the slack where you liking it. You know what I mean? That's what a relationship should be.
Yeah, I think both men and women, because even in our comments, we'll have women that be like, well, I shouldn't have to pay no bill. I'm working. My money is, we always hear from women, a man's money is her money, but my money is my money.
No, I don't believe that.
You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, well, I am working and you're working, but I expect you to pay all the bills. Well, I could spend my money on Fashion Nova and Shein and all these other shit for myself. You get what I'm saying? And that to me is a very selfish woman if she's doing that.
That absolutely leaves a sour taste in my mouth. How can you look at your man struggle knowing that he's paying the bills and then you're working equally, getting money, and you're just watching him basically contribute all this and not bring nothing to the table?
And for me, it feels good for me to pay half my bills.
Yeah, like, we got this together. This is us. I'm not gonna sit here and look at you like, do a good job, sweetheart. I'm gonna go run it up. I'll be back. Keep working though.
I hear a lot of women say they happy to pay bills only because they want to have leverage in a relationship. They don't want to feel like the man could just kick them out or whatever the case may be.
That's half of it.
Yeah, but that's wrong. Yeah, that's wrong. I think that mentality is wrong.
It is wrong, but like situations make you like that. Like, I don't want to be like that, but my past.
Then I think that's a poor partner for you. You get what I'm saying? Because when men are providing for their families, they're investing everything. It's not like, oh well.
Come on, guys, but we gotta be serious. We're human beings. What if a guy all of a sudden turns up and decides to kick you out?
Why would he do that?
You don't know, but I don't know.
There could be a new coworker.
There could be something you never know.
I'm saying y'all thinking about this wrong shit. If you spend as much time on figuring out how to make your man happy, or rather than thinking about what he could do if he wouldn't do it, or these crazy ass hypothetical. Exactly.
But the thing is that you act like we know all that we're gonna get with this guy specifically. They become Prince Charming and out of nowhere flips like.
Yeah,
but you gotta know how narcissists move. They have traits that they do.
Not always, bro.
But it's not even about being a narcissist, because women they ran that word into the ground. But I'm just saying, men have that same. We have that same fear too. We can bust our ass providing for a woman, buy her the new,
let alone get married to her.
Buy her the new red bottoms, and she can walk right out your life with those. Like, you get what I'm saying? So we can't just sit here and act like it's just one side. Both men and women do the same thing.
Absolutely,
like, so.
But I'm telling you, because it's like my friend, for example. Let's just say that this man, I witnessed it with my eyes. Best dad, like I'm talking about provider. He would cook. He would do like he was just the best. From one day to another, switched. Completely had a new family, a whole kid, and then it's like you get scarred with things like that. You don't know.
Once again, you're looking from the outside. You don't know what she's doing to make him feel unhappy, and that's when it comes to look.
I mean,
that's very insensitive for you to be like, oh well, he been paying the motherfucking bills, good father, and now because he's motherfucking tired of the shit, he's the dirt bag.
Let me ask you a question. You really think he just woke up?
One day,
yeah.
All of it. Like, you really think that happened? Come on, bro.
You got to look at both sides.
He was contemplating for a while. I'm telling you, especially for a man to leave a woman. Men don't really leave women
like that, bro. It's very hard.
I could understand, and I could admit if to say like, oh, my friend's problematic. She would fight all the time. She would go out club and she would do this and she would do that. Like, it wasn't the case.
But
she was
that doesn't mean she's doing what he needs. Great mom.
He wasn't good in bed at all. She was the one doing everything in bed. It's like I see her.
But you're hearing the story from one side. Of course, your friend gonna paint herself in the best image possible.
He was my friend too, though.
And what was he telling you? Yeah, what was he telling you?
He to this day he calls and doesn't know what the fuck happened. To this day, he wants to come
He
back
just
home.
slipped
Yo,
inside
Friend, come
and
on
had
the show.
another kid.
Friend, come on the show.
Yo,
I swear to God, he
yo,
doesn't
friend,
know
defend
what's gonna
yourself.
happen.
We need to
He
hear
got
the
bored.
other
Men
side.
get bored. So men don't get bored.
Women get more bored.
Yeah.
Women get more bored.
What
like, you know
percentage of
I'm saying?
women filing for divorce? 77% or something like that?
Like, yeah,
Come on, man.
Yo,
I just feel like.